A summer of turmoil has ended. As the colder weather draws ever closer, the people of Bantraphyll are adjusting to their new way of life as citizens of the Dearborn Combine. Sure, there are a few isolated spats every now and then, but the common man has thrown off the yoke of their feudal lords and adopted the life of the corporate. The 4 Bantraphyll refineries are now employ a large share of the planetary population, showering the middle class with wealth and proving very profitable for their corporate overlords. That is not to say there are no problems on Bantraphyll. The military phalanx of Dearborn, who now serve as the people's public security force, frequently struggle with various revolutionary groups and the remnants of noble houses, grasping to retain their ill-earned power. This resistance retains a large amount of support among the public, seeking to retain the status quo in the face of overwhelming change. Overall, however, the time of transition passed with little trouble. The formerly noble dynasties have been dethroned. Their castles and mansions returned to the people. Their names have lost all weight. There have been no raids on Dearborn transports with revolutionary forces making off with supply crates under the cover of darkness. There have been a negligible amount of riots, clamoring for the corporates to get off their planet or leave Bantraphyll to its people. There are definitely no drawn-out interrogations in back rooms, no suspected revolutionary agents hauled off to isolated cells aboard the warships. To admit such things occurred would upheave the political climate on Bantraphyll as the planet heads towards the unusually cold winter. The new corporate regime can ill afford such a thing.
And we open on a parade. No, a proceeding. The people are dressed in black, mourning the death of their beloved candidate. We see the crowd carrying signs of honor the cross or death to terrorists. We see Aurora and her family in long veils, her face simmering with barely contained anger and grief. Maybe the tiniest hint of grief. We hear a speech over the proceeding as all the other sound fades away, save for the occasional sob. It is with great sorrow that we announce the death of Orion Cross, candidate of the Bantraphyll Restoration Party and beloved of Xiangi. He was slain at the hands of the terrorist organization Gravitas, believed to be operating within the city limits. The Dearborn Combine stands with the BRP and will redouble our efforts to eliminate such evil from our planet. The proceeding ends at the Memorial Park, where what little remains of House Cross gather around a small, unmarked white grave, the last in a long line. The speech continues. However, this sadness is not without its own joy. We have captured several key individuals belonging to the organization and have now begun the process of rehabilitation. These dangerous individuals will be educated and their morals will be brought in line with the expectations of our modern society. It is only through the united efforts of our people that we will have peace. This has been Adestray Capella, Acting Governor of Bantraphyll. Thank you for listening.
That's when the scene cuts over to a hooded figure using binoculars to view a transport ship has just landed at the spaceport. And we zoom in as some officials come off of the ship and meet with a few members of Bantresh, what was left of the Bantresh aristocracy. They seem to be smiling, shaking hands. The press is there, taking photos of how fantastic this handoff has been. And we watch as it comes back and Professor Jones drops her binoculars, says, "Even in the face of what we have done, they're still rolling over like dogs for them. It's unacceptable." And she climbs into her mobile frame, and then it walks off. You're muted.
Yes. So we cut over kind of in like the warehouse that we've seen Gravitas be in before. And we see basically like a makeshift meeting room, like a table and a bunch of mismatched chairs and stuff around it. And there's we see a bunch of the people that we've seen before, like people in like the masks. We hear all the weird voices with the modulators going on and stuff. Basically, they're all arguing about one person like kind of like slams their hand on the table. It's a man. He's got kind of like a olive skin tone, like a big like a mechanical lion mask. And his voice is very digitized. And then he says, "So no one has seen Amon. How long has it been?" The one we saw before with the stork masks, like, is like has a bunch of hollow screens in front of her, and it's kind of like swiping and stuff, and like approximately 23 hours. And then a bunch more arguing takes place, and then someone like bursts into the room, and then it's just like a person with like a kind of like a regular like little demon mask, not like one of the important people, and they're like, "Quick, turn on to the Bantraphyll News Network," and someone like puts a hollow screen up, and they flip it up just as we see on the screen like, "And now we're beginning the proceedings for the funeral of Orion Cross." And then everyone just kind of watches this as we see that speech that was before start, and then it fades away.
The scene fades, but then when it comes back, it's the same room, different people, some of the same people. And we see a figure in there that we perhaps didn't expect to see in there again. Familiar pink hair. Stern expression on her face. They demand to know what she's doing there. She spreads her arms and says, "We are on the same side in this, and you have done a service to me by returning me my mobile frame. What the Dearborn Combine are doing here on this planet cannot stand. I'm not coming to you as a noble, as I told Amon, and as I told others in your organization, I am coming to you as a friend and ally. Let me speak to the people, and let us take them down. I will offer you what is left of my arsenal. I will give you weapons that you need and men, and we will combine together as one people." They seem reluctant, but eventually they nod. They need the weapons and help more than they need their pride at this point. We see Ceres walking into a room. Someone offers her a demon mask and she shoves it away and she says, "No, I will speak with my own voice." She sits down. We haven't seen this room before, but there's like blue and purple light, and then the scene suddenly switches and it's the university, and we see the hollow news thing crackle and shift, and we see the fist of Gravitas rise up, and we hear a voice, except instead of it being Amon's voice, it's Ceres, and she says, "People of Bantraphyll, you are being lied to. You are being manipulated. You are no longer in control of your lives. The Dearborn Combine have seized planetary control. With an iron fist, they promise a better life for all citizens of Bantraphyll, but this is not the case. Dissenters and political opponents disappear, and resistance is met with torture, imprisonment, and death. We are one people, all of us. We are Bantraphyll, and we are Gravitas, and our time has come.
That was beautiful.
Very good.
All right, so who wants to do the first game?
I was thinking, well, we didn't actually discuss that. That would have been smart.
So, Malik,
Yeah.
do you want to have a talk about the thing?
What thing?
I think we have a thing we need to talk about.
Really? Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
something came up last time.
So I guess the question: do you want it to be? Should it be my scene or should it be your scene?
Yeah, I'm fine with it either way.
Because it would make sense for it to be my scene because it'll be harder for me to do anything else.
Yeah, it makes sense. So yeah.
I think, let's see. And the real question is it a conversation over food or is it stealing time together? Huh.
I've been picturing it as stealing time together in my head, mostly because I know how fucked up the guy's going to be interrogating you is.
Coolio. All right, let's do stealing time together with it's not CH4, right? It's somebody else.
It is.
Okay.
This is someone that we've seen them before. But this is going to be with a certain Draco Euphorion, who is the one who lorded over Ceres and her family. Was present in the fight last time.
So what you might notice about me is that I'm restrained.
Wait a second, when did this happen?
Because I've been captured.
Indeed. You've submitted yourself for rehabilitation.
Completely willfully.
Yep. Sure.
A choice was made.
Obviously the biggest thing that has been heard or noticed about me is I'm no longer free and out causing a ruckus. I'm captured wherever the Dearborn have put me.
Yeah, and I think what you notice about Draco Euphorion is I'm picturing this. It's basically like an empty room with a table and two chairs in the middle. And as Draco Euphorion sits down opposite from you, as you're like, I think what it is that your hands are behind your back and there's a chain that's attached to them and goes up into the ceiling. So as they sit down and look at you, I think you can see the faint hint of a smile on their face.
I assume like my armor and like all my stuff and my mask has been removed and I'm kind of like in a like prison clothing type thing or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Some sort of very like uniform look.
Yeah.
And I think
the official customer uniform of the Dearborn Rehabilitation Division.
Indeed. Of course. You're a patient.
Right, I'm a patient, of course.
It's matte gray, so it's not too
right. Yeah. Totally like boring and like
No, it's still very much like the Dearborn bright blue.
Oh, okay.
You gotta stay on brand.
Right.
You know what? That's fair.
It's bright blue, but it's still somehow drab just because of the scene.
Yeah. I think
because the room is terrifying.
Yeah, so I think what you've heard is like what's the guards have been taunting you with is that your fellows have given up. The people who were captured with you have already told us what we need to know. So there's no point in you resisting any further.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
I guess have I been just in the room or has it been like I got roughed up by the prison guards, and I've been like shoved around, and
I think you've been like shoved around for sure, not necessarily like beaten or anything.
Okay,
but you've definitely been treated roughly. I think you've been left in isolation more than anything.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure I had the context of like how they would have treated me. Like, if like, are you sitting down to me like with a swelled eye and like blood coming out my nose, or like,
yeah. Maybe you look tired more than anything else.
Yeah, I would definitely like exhausted,
tired and hungry.
Cool.
So, yeah, let's see. So, who would you like to start?
I think he sits down, and then like Malik just kind of like brings his head up and is just staring at him, and then doesn't say anything.
The Draco just smiles and sort of puts down a folder on the table. Says, "You know, if the circumstances had been different, well, I would have given you a medal, most likely. I was never a fan of the old man myself. But you know how this works. Proper proceedings and all that. We have to try someone for the murder of a beloved politician," and he spits on the floor when he says that. "And after all, you were the one that killed him. I saw it myself." I think he reaches out and grabs your wrist. "May I?" Wait, no, your hands are tied behind your back. Maybe puts his hand on your shoulder.
Okay. You may.
You know, when Adestrea told us about this planet, I expected this to go a lot smoother. I didn't think that you would have this sort of, fire in you. But you've proven to be very, very interesting. And I think that someone of your fire might be useful in the time to come.
That's exactly what I wanted when I did this. A job offer.
They smile. "Of course. I'm sure you came in I'm sure you did this for a good and proper reason. I'm sure logical thinking was behind your actions that brought you to this moment." He sort of just motions towards the room. Look where that got you. Look where this planning, this structure, and your strategy got you. Your friends have given in. Not everyone is as passionate about this little resistance as you, it seems.
What have they told you? I'm curious how much of our stuff has gotten out.
Well, your little friend, what was it, Imp? Is that his name? It was he was very helpful. Been given the locations and a little bit of your plan going forward. Of course, my understanding is that he was rather new to the whole organization. So
yes, actually.
Maybe we'll see how much he knows. But nonetheless, it was very appreciated. And I'll let his tutors know that going forward.
I'm glad he could be of help.
Indeed. Help. That's what we all want, isn't it? To be helpful to our people. It takes a lot of passion for a man to gun down a politician. I'm sure we can put that passion to good use. You see, Malik. Can I call you Malik? Is that fine?
It's my name.
Good. I don't want this to be awkward. Let's see, we're going to need... I don't think we're enemies. Not really. And I think we can all work together to achieve something good out of all this mess. But you do understand that with the situation as it is, Amon has to die. Gravitas, whatever is left of them, has to die.
Amon's dead. I know that, but Gravitas won't be dead. It's not something you can kill.
Maybe not.
That's just the laws of physics. Gravity's always there, pulling you down.
But you see, I've learned a fair bit about gravity, and it's not just about pulling down. It's about two bodies pulling at each other. I think he tugs you closer to him when he says that. It's a mutual force. It's not just one large thing. They stand up, and walk over next to you, interacting with a smaller thing. And I put my hand on your head. May I?
You may, but only for a moment, and then I withdraw to a less charged distance. So, like, you put your hand on my head, and then I pull it back and just look up at you. Like, I see you've also taken high school English. You also know what metaphors are.
Just chuckle to themselves. Pull away. I was hoping that maybe we could come to an agreement on this.
What is it you want exactly?
Before your time is up. I want your collaboration in this.
You want me to tell you something? You want me to give you information? Like,
I want you to do something for me. I want you to go to your colleagues and tell them that this war is over.
So I feel like there's a catch here that you're not telling me.
Not one that I can think of.
Not going to wake up and find a scar in my head and then go back to them and then mysteriously there's an explosion.
We're not savages. I know you're used to living under this.
That thing I ate tells me a lot different than that.
But
why do you fry everything?
I don't know, man. It's just
It's disgusting.
It is. It's the worst. I don't know why we do it, but it's just a thing. It's strange, and we keep pushing it on other people. It's just the worst. They sigh and turn around and says, look, I've told you, we're not enemies in this. We don't have to fight. We don't have to kill any more of our people. You're not the only one that's going to have to bury a few friends.
Well, you're right. There's a very easy way to take care of all this, and we can both walk out of here alive. You guys can leave.
And what do you think will happen if we leave? If we sell off your plan to someone else? Do you think they will be nice to you? Do you think they will approach you like this? Do you think they will be willing to cooperate? No. You don't know what our rivals are like. They're going to exploit this plant. They will burn it to the ground before they will let you have a smidgen.
You're right. That would be so much worse than what's happened so far.
Do you know what we've done for this planet? We've been providing hundreds of jobs at the refinery. We've been vaccinating children to prepare them for interstellar flight when they grow older. We've been taking care of the people, everyone, not just those with money, not just those with the right blood, everyone. What have you done for this planet?
Right, I should be thanking you then.
You can at least show some appreciation.
Of course. How about I give you some answers then? How about I tell you about our leader?
I think they sit down again at this point. You can talk all you want. Words are words.
There's a man.
It's always a man, isn't there?
Well, when he was young, he had a wife, he had a child, and they got a house, and well, you know, it's an okay part of town. And they left for a little while, go get something to eat, and then they just really bad luck for that night because they were attacked by someone, gang called the Barracudas, and the wife was killed. Child was injured, and that man knew he had to do something. The man's name was Marlin. You find Marlin, you'll find the answers to everything. And then I don't know if you have like people like talking to you through a thing, or like if you might just know this off the top of your head, but there's a very popular children's movie called Space Finding Nemo, and that's a story from Space Finding Nemo.
Intriguing. Fascinating. Very fascinating.
I want to be of good assistance to you.
I can tell. I think at that point they stand up and they walk out, and a part of the opposite wall slides up, and we see a see-through window, and we hear Draco's voice over the speakers. I'm going to give you one last chance. If you wish to collaborate, if you truly want a good thing for the future of this planet, then you may say so. Or you may keep quiet. Or you may waste our time with your animated stories.
I've got a bunch. You ever heard of Space Toy Story?
At that point, they sigh and they push a button, and we see the floor starts splitting up underneath you, and the table and the chairs fall down, and we hear the splash, and we hear the boiling ovens as the large frying vat underneath this room goes on. So the question I want to ask you, Tux, is if Malik is willing to die for the cause.
Absolutely, he is.
Okay. Then Draco pulls a crank, and the chain begins to extend. And I think we fade to black there.
Wow, all right.
That is a scene.
Quite a scene.
I don't think anything I had planned is going to live up to that.
Oh, man.
Sandy, do you have an idea?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go next.
Yeah, let's see you go next.
It's going to be another stealing time together.
Oh, of course.
Because, yeah. This one's going to be with Angela Jones.
Oh, okay. Where are we? Where are we meeting?
Where
do you see us meeting?
I'm not sure, but somewhere, not in your office or anything associated with our student-teacher life.
No.
This is revolutionary business.
Yeah. Let's see. Well,
are you in the woods?
Our base was destroyed, but we have bases in the woods, so maybe this is in the woods.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because I don't want it to be where Gravitas meets.
No,
in part
exactly.
because like we're supporting each other, but I'm not really like in control of them, so I don't know what they would do to you, if anything. So yeah.
Yeah. So I think maybe we arranged a meeting out in the depths of the Bantraphyll forest, with these great tall purple trees as the backdrop, and like both of our mobile frames are like in the background, but we're not like in them.
Okay. What do I notice about you? What have I heard?
You have heard that she has disappeared from the university. She did not like quit or put in notice. She just has not been back since the last fight. And I think you've noticed like she's dressed in the like flight suit of for piloting her mech, and so you notice that she's not putting on any kind of airs at all of that life is gone.
I think very similarly, Ceres is also in her flight suit. Obviously her mech's in the background too, so like that whole I'm an ace mech pilot thing, no longer a secret. It's what she's been doing. And I think you would also be aware that at least once she was the voice of Gravitas.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's just that whole thing going on. Right. So I think there's a moment of quiet when we like finally walk up to each other, and I pull out a data pad from my pocket, and I say, thank you for agreeing to meet me. I believe I have the location of the rehabilitation compound.
That is the obvious next target. Whatever they are doing is unnatural.
The fact that they are taking people and forcing them in whatever ways they are to help them is not rehabilitation.
No.
It's reprogramming or coercion. They must be stopped.
We are in agreement.
We believe that is where Amon is being held. I don't know if he is still there.
Or if he is still Amon. If they've succeeded with him, then no. I cannot allow that thought. Are you working with them now, Gravitas?
I am working with anyone who will stand against the Dearborn. We all have to.
I agree. The time for planning is over. And then she placed my hand on your shoulder. May I?
You may.
Do you think they would accept me and Vine?
I don't know them well, but I will make a case for you. I believe they want men and weapons and bodies and whomever they can use to infiltrate this compound. They want Amon, they want their people, and they want the Dearborn.
Men and weapons I have plenty. And
They took me and I was everything they stood against for before all that has happened.
That was before. What you stood for then, does it even exist now? It will be hypocritical to deny you.
I think they're worried, though. I think they're worried that I'll betray them.
And I think, like, her hand is still on your shoulder. And she looks into your eye and she squeezes your shoulder just slightly. Will you?
Of course not.
And me?
I would never betray you.
She lets go and takes a step back. Good.
We're going to strike tomorrow. We can't afford to spend any more time. I can send you our plans that we've made. Tomorrow at dawn.
We will be there.
Sorry. I'm just laughing because Tux put in chat there's a mallet cam while the conversation is happening of him slowly being lowered into the boiling oil.
Oh, it's bad.
And I just kind of lost my composure for a minute.
We all did.
But I figured for the VODs later I would explain. That's why we're all giggling right now.
Reasonable.
I want to close the distance between us, may I?
Oh yeah, no problem.
I kind of look to the side. I look at one of the purple Bantraphyll trees, and I say, it keeps playing out in my head over and over. The battles that I fought waking up in the hospital.
When you say waking up in the hospital, I'd like to trace the scar on your face with my finger, may I?
You may. But only for a moment. I kind of shy away from it a little. And I look at you then, and I say, after tomorrow, everything could be different. None of us could be alive.
You want something?
I touch your lips with my fingers, may I?
You may.
And I say, I don't want to die with any regrets.
Do you leave your fingers on my lips, or was it just a momentary thing?
They're still there, but you can move them away or
No,
whatever.
I was going to kiss your fingertips. May I?
You may.
I kiss your fingertips. And then I take your other hand in mine, and I say, I don't want there to be any regrets either.
I loosen your clothing. I go to unzip your flight suit. May I?
You may. In response, I will kiss you. May I?
You may. We probably should fade to black.
Okay, let's do that. Good scene. Good scene.
Excellent.
So was that first scene Tux's or Umbra's? I'm still confused.
It was mine.
Mm-hmm. So, Sirius, do you want to have a fight?
We could, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's have a fight.
Okay, what kind of fight are we having?
I think it's time for a tactical skirmish.
Okay.
We got to see our lovely heroine kiss before she heads into battle.
And dies horribly, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
Well, I think it makes sense for us all to be at this tactical skirmish, all of our groups, even if Malik is not the one leading Gravitas.
I mean, I have a feeling Malik is going to be the target.
well, the building that Malik
your target can no longer exist, right? That's okay.
I mean, you're there in a sense.
You're just fried now.
I'm extra crispy now.
Yeah,
we're going to recover what's left of your body.
Yeah.
We're all going to have a nice lunch.
Oh God.
Oh God, no.
It's okay. It's 100% Bantraphyll fresh meat.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
locally grown.
Locally grown.
Is this going to be the tactical skirmish where I'm attacking the compound, or is it something else? Okay.
I think so. Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay. Well, I think it's pretty obvious how the battle came about, so we can skip that.
Yeah, I think we know that. I think we know how that happened.
So,
what's the whole thing?
What do we notice about each other? What have we heard?
So I think this is CH4 is going to be doing. Well, he's here at least, and I think what remains of the executives are also around. Well, Lillipad is dead, but the other three are here. And there's probably a few like rank and file soldiers who've been given frames to match. So what you've probably heard is that we've started cutting down the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, we've started trying to clear a path into where we believe either Gravitas or an ally of them are hiding. So I think we'll probably see a lot of the frames are outfitted with saw blades.
Okay. And you're definitely aware that Ceres is working with Gravitas.
Yeah.
Like, that is public knowledge.
Indeed.
But I would like to invite Angela to join my side, if we both agree.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
And I would also like to invite Malik's people, because he's still kind of in control of the Gravitas faction.
I think they're your people.
Are they mine now? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, Tex, you'll have to give me some good names for them.
I guess if the officers are here, I have 3: Person, Bareth, and Shax.
Oh, I'm gonna have to write these down. I'm not gonna remember this.
Okay. Person is the one with like the weird mechanical lion face. Bareth is the two-faced mask person. Shax is the one with the stork mask. And then there's probably any sort of like vaguely demon-themed names you could also throw in. I found this really weird list of like demons from, I'm not sure if they're from the Bible or from something else, but it was pretty good.
Okay.
Let's see. Amon. I always search Amon, and then I go to his Wikipedia, their Wikipedia page. I'm not sure if demons have genders. It's really weird, but
I think Amon is technically a god, or like historically, as far as I know, one of the Egyptian deities of the dead. I think.
He's a Grand Marquis of Hell.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
Sounds good to me.
Let's see. There's a bunch here. There's let's see,
Hell is such a bureaucracy
Paimon,
these
Bale, Murmur. Murmur's
Ooh,
good.
Murmur's good.
Murmur's good.
Yeah. And I think what has happened is that we also have a few of the gravitas on our side. Those that have progressed the most in their rehabilitation. So I think Imp is here.
Mhm.
And could you give me the list of the people who were here last time?
There was
I think we killed Jin.
yeah, I think Jin is dead. Let's see, where was my thing? Types of demons. There we go. There's my big list. There was Gorgon, Imp, Jin, Gorgon, Imp, Jin. There's one more. Goblin.
Oh
Goblin,
yeah,
okay.
Goblin.
I can gobble it. Let's see, Draco Euphorion.
Let's see. Ooh, we're gonna have a Belial as well.
Belial is a good word. Let's see, and I think there's going to be at least one person from the. I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think it is going to be the only other Dearborn person we've seen. It's going to be Violet #Thunder. Going to be here as well, the newscaster.
Okay, so
#Thunder.
the people that I have with me, I have Person, I have Bareth, I have Shax, Murmur, and Belial. I also have my father Oberon, my 2 brothers Rigel and Altair. And then we also have Angela Jones and her faction.
Yes, I have with me a bunch of a handful of students from my college class. That I've converted to the one true path of Bantraphyll. Their names are Johnny, Dave, Kay, Mattis, Lyle, Jessica, and Wendy. Perfect.
I love the Dearborn's names.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the one I killed last time? Something Nebula.
Lillipad Nebula.
Lillipad Nebula, yeah.
That's such a good name.
And Violet #Thunder.
Violet #Thunder has got to be my absolute favorite.
That is a great name.
Absolute favorite.
I love it as well. It's pretty good.
Okay. So, our objective, I believe, if Angel, you would agree, is to capture the rehabilitation compound.
Yeah, totally.
Seize the compound. Okay, let's see. I think my objective is going to let's see, because the Dearborn hasn't captured anyone from the direction. They only captured Gravitas people. So I think our objective is going to be find out where your base is. I think. Does that sound right? Is that like a thing?
To find out where Angela's people's base is?
Yeah. Or let's see, can we do something more concrete, perhaps? Because like I can't like make you leave.
I mean,
I can't kill you because it's part of the like mechanics.
It could be to capture some people from her faction.
Because I'm just like figured how to engage with that in the mechanics, because it has to be a thing that I can make you give, or that you can make me give up.
I mean, if you want to capture us alive, we can make you give that up by dying.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. We want to capture at least one of you alive. Because yeah, like Draco told Malik, we're not here to fight.
But you just won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah. Literally incapable of stopping.
Okay. So this is going to be a little bit different since we have 2-on-1. So the attackers go first, it seems like, and then
whoever you make the demand of goes next, and then we just keep going back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah, so can we get all the names written out?
I have mine in
for the sake of it.
I have mine in a notepad.
No, I see what you did here.
Oh, I have like my screen filled up with the games.
I know, right?
And
just so we can all see who's involved.
Sure. Oh my gosh, the Gravitas balls.
Really?
I had to.
So bad.
Sorry. But I'm not really.
Yeah. And is there any way we can show this on stream to the
in a second.
to the viewers? Yeah. Because this is going to be a big deal.
Watch, we'll do all of this, and then like someone's just gonna give up right away, and it's not even gonna be a thing.
All right, let me. It's gonna take me a moment to get this all organized here.
Tux, give me some cool masks for Murmur and Belial. What should they look like?
Let's see here. Let's see, what was Murmur? Murmur is... Murmur is a vulture wearing a crown. And then Belial is Let's see here. Let's see. And Belial's hard. The rest of them had like this demon is usually depicted as this.
I know, he doesn't have one.
I know, he doesn't have one.
Let's see. Apparently the word means lawlessness. Or like people without morals.
Let's see what's Belial looks like in D&D.
Whoa.
That was not what I meant to do.
What happened?
Real big.
Ah.
I mean, if it means lawlessness, it could
Perfect.
just be like, look like a bandit.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Bandit mask. Okay, perfect.
Like a bandit if a bandit were a transformer.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I love it.
lawless or worthless or
Mhm. Cool. I like it.
orderless.
Okay.
Totally.
So, let's see. Let's start out a little light. So go ahead and submit now. Or you an opportune shot cripples Belial, my lieutenant.
Yes, I think we see Oculus Cloud like as you're storming the compound. We see them up in a window. I'm picturing this like very tall building with their like, large rifle in two hands. So they aim out the window and take a shot. And we see Belial toppling over in their frame. So I think, let's see. Let's check that out. That is the wrong game channel. That's... Okay, so this is going to go over to Gravitas. I'm going back there. Yeah. Withdraw now, or Goblin, my least experienced soldier, surrenders to your mercy.
And that's to me.
Yes.
We will not withdraw.
Okay. So yeah, Goblin is. I think their rehabilitation hasn't gone as well as we expected. So when they see their former companions, it's like, no, this isn't right. So they kneel down and just kneel down in their frame and just start crying.
All right. Submit now.
It goes back over to
Oh, it goes to you. Okay.
to the guard house.
So it
Wait,
goes,
no, it doesn't.
No. Because there's
Doesn't
three
it?
of us. It goes, you make a demand, and then whoever you made a demand of immediately makes a demand back to you, and then it goes to the next person in line.
Let's see.
And then they make a demand, and whoever they made a demand of makes an immediate demand back, and then it goes to the next person in line, and whoever they make a demand of makes an immediate demand back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So first was Gravitas, and then I was going to go. If you prefer to go next, if the order can be then Gravitas, Dearborn.
No, that's fine.
I think the attackers
Go
go
ahead.
first anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of my theory.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So, I had one a second ago. Yes. Submit now, or you're able to draw Johnny out of position and cut them down.
Yeah, so I think this is where we see Violet Hashtag Thunder fighting for the first time. She's been activated in an otherwise nondescript frame, but she has like a little pink ring at the very top. And we just have a look inside the frame for a moment and we see her with this hellish grin on her face. As this, at first I think it's like almost like a fist fight, more so with Johnny's mech. But then like Pacific Rim style, you just see this sword slide out and just impale him.
Terrible. All right, he's dead.
Shakes it for a bit and then throws him to the ground.
Well played.
Mm-hmm. So, I think now we see one of the executives dash forward in their little power armor and heading straight in your direction. So, withdraw now, or you catch a Destrea Capella at an inattentive moment and cut them to pieces. Yeah, and Bantraphyll has Twitter on the stream.
Oh shit. It's supposed to be on this page. Sorry.
Oops.
That was my fault. Okay. I got distracted. I clicked on the wrong tab, and then I was trying to look at the other thing, and I didn't switch. Okay, I'm the best and the worst. Okay.
It's all good now.
No, everything is ruined. No, you want me to kill my friend? You're so terrible.
I know.
They're dead.
They're dead.
They're dead. I'm not backing down.
Right.
I can't. I won't, and I don't stop.
What glorious heroes of Bantraphyll you lot are. So I think that's my turn then?
Now it is your turn.
Yes. Let's see. So I think this is going to be towards the Gravitas Falls. Submit now. Or let's see. Or Gorgon crosses into your kill zone and you put them down.
Gorgon should not have fought for the wrong side.
It's true. Should not have.
Well said, Isis.
I mean, he could have surrendered and just stayed in the compound, but he's fighting us. And, in war you lose people.
Indeed. You do.
Let's see. Submit now, or you catch Oberon, my father, in deadly crossfire and tear him apart.
I think this is Draco Euphorion with their signature shotguns, drawing in very close and unloading. We see Oberon's frame shatter over and over again, and then there's nothing left of patriarch of Housefall, but dust and blood and bones.
Creepy.
Okay, so now it's my turn. Submit now.
Well, let's see. All right.
Yeah, because I was at the top of the order.
Yeah, gotcha.
Or one of your units engages Altair, my younger. He's still my older brother, but he's younger than Rigel.
Younger of the older.
Married, family man. You engage him in close combat and carve his guts out.
Ooh.
I'm already assuming that you're going to carve his guts out.
Indeed. I think this is Imp with the saw blade who comes in. And there's just a spray. I think we just hear screaming. We don't even see it. Then we just see the frame topple over. So I think this is going to be over towards the path.
You have to.
You have to return it to me.
Right? Yeah.
You gotta return it.
True.
Technically.
Yeah. So I think this is. Yeah. Yeah. Withdraw now, or you catch Draco Euphorion out in the open and strike them down.
So I think this is Ceres we see getting that vengeful strike down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not long after he has used his shotguns to completely decimate her father's frame. And we see in the clearing smoke. It's focused on him, but then the focus shifts and behind him we see Ceres' frame. Mm-hmm. And we see that spear just go straight through his cockpit.
Yikes.
Harsh times.
As your numbers, the numbers of the Dearborn Combine start to thin, I ask you, submit now, or my force spreads itself too thin, and you pick off Lyle, who was straggling.
I don't withdraw. I don't submit.
I'm shocked.
So I think this is where we see CH4 in their frame for the first time in a little while, and we see Lyle is a bit isolated from the rest, and maybe they're not too used to operating a frame, so maybe see fiddling with the controls a bit. And then we just see from the inside as their cockpit starts deforming, as this massive fist is just punching into it and bending the steel underneath, and we just hear the crunching more than anything. Maybe a muffled scream.
Now you can hit me.
Indeed. Nice moves. So, let's see. Submit, or let's see. Do you have a separate objective from?
No, my objective is the same.
Okay. So I think I'm just gonna go after that. I'm gonna say that you will no longer be able to seize the compound. And I think what happens is that we get a shot of Oculus Cloud in their power armor fighting with Angela. There's nothing for you here. The one you came for is dead.
So are you saying we would destroy the compound instead of being able to seize it? Like, which demand are you using for this?
Let's see. Let's see. See what's a good fit for this here. Because like this is your opportunity. I think that it's the you pin my force down and take out blank while we're struggling free. So he tells you this, and you realize that even if Amon is dead, that like
there are others.
Maybe you can do like a striking blow here. Maybe you can destroy this compound. And, well, we'll see what happens to the people inside, but you have a shot at blowing up the Death Star.
I think it's more important to destroy the compound than to seize it. If Amon is dead and they've already succeeded, I can see 3 frames that used to belong to Gravitas out there on the field fighting for you. It's working. And so I'll destroy it. I will destroy it. If we can't seize it, I will destroy it. So I think what happens is as Angela fights with Oculus Cloud, she goes on the comms and is like, "That's it. Set the charges. I don't care what her goal was. Blow the damn thing up." And then it explodes in the background.
Yeah. Quick cut to Angela saying she would never betray Ceres.
I never said that, actually. I got her to say she wouldn't betray me. But also,
Very convenient.
It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, it is funny.
I think it's interesting that you consider this a betrayal, and that this
I don't.
exactly what I would do.
I don't consider
I'm
it a
talking
betrayal.
to Umbra.
Oh, yeah.
It is funny, isn't it?
He's just trying to sow dissent there. Little spider over there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Then it's your turn to make the first move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it makes sense that Oculus Cloud is at risk here. So, withdraw now, or you no, submit now. Let's be real.
I was gonna say.
Or let's see. Or you get the drop on Oculus Cloud and take them prisoner.
Who are you asking?
This is the path.
Yeah, we will take Oculus Cloud prisoner. As the junk bots come, and one of them just like envelops his mobile frame, and
right, because he's such like a small thing.
Yeah, and just absorbs it into its like junk pile, and then blasts off and gets out of there.
Okay, cool. I believe it's your turn.
It is Estina's turn.
You have to respond.
Oh, I do have to respond. Oh. submit now, as we have captured Oculus Cloud. Or you zero Wendy on my flank and blow the hell out of them.
But there's very little point to me submitting. So I think this is Imp. And I think Imp is a character that we've seen in the background a lot before. I think this is the person that basically told Sirius to fuck off. Like the first time we were trying to get in touch with the direction. I think this is one of the people who started chanting for Malik after the debate. Yeah, I think this is someone who joined Gravitas after that.
So basically, he's the kind of double dealer that just goes with where the wind's blowing. That's what I'm hearing.
He's very ambitious.
Gotcha.
So he lines up a shot at Wendy. And like this is one of his like former like fellow students.
Yeah.
So he's grins. And takes a shot. I think it's mostly at the frame, so we don't see. And
you hear Wendy call out, "Tommy!"
Don't call me that.
Yeah, he says, "Yeah, totally."
Don't call me that.
I wonder what his new name is. You have to generate a new, like, fancy name for him.
Yeah. Well, he might be dead in the moment.
That's true. It may not be a point.
So let's see, whose turn was that?
It's now going to be my turn.
That was my response to you.
Yeah, so it's going to be my turn. I'm just trying to figure out. Submit now. Or you are able to get the drop on Barrett and take them prisoner.
I don't care about Barrett. But maybe that's better than surrendering. So I think this is Imp again, who makes a move. I think this is Imp's like in his head is like this big action hero at the moment. He's like taking shots and grabbing people left and right. So because Barrett is also like Gravitas.
Yes.
So Imp knows how their frames work. So like as he's like taking the shot at Wendy, he's pressing a button, he's very deliberately touching something on the mech, which just makes the cockpit open up, and he just snatches Barrett out of it, leaving the frame there.
Should have known he'd betray us by naming it because we named him Imp.
Yeah, it's not a very like.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have gone with demons. Damn it.
Why did we go with demons? Crap. We need to rebrand.
Your response?
See, my response is I think it only makes sense that you get a shot at the Imp at this point.
I'm taking that little fucker down.
Yeah. Yes. Oh no, I know where it is. Submit now, or we abandon Imp to you and retreat to a fallback position.
We take him.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Cool.
All right, Angela.
I mean, we're leaving.
Yeah, they're leaving. Fight's over. They're gone. The two of them that are left. Sage 4 and Violet, #Thunder!
Yeah! Off on our lovely adventures.
Yay!
Wait, I'm confused. Oh, because it says they retreat to a fallback position. I didn't realize that was them leaving the skirmish.
It can be.
I think we're aiming to leave, at least. Like we're we're heading off. But
if I
we're
say retreat now, I feel like you're just
Yeah.
going to take retreat at this point.
Yeah, well then, do submit and murder these guys.
Yeah, that's your call, Angel.
I mean, okay, yeah. I
Do you-
mean,
I
do
may
you
be
get-
a little bloodthirsty right now.
Do you give us mercy?
no.
They have not shown us.
I already
mercy.
killed Adrastia. I can't show mercy here. All right. In that case, submit now, or you catch Mateus at an inopportune moment and cut them to pieces.
I don't think we submit. We're not really in a position to submit.
Yeah, well, you got this. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, so we get a shot. Let's see. So, which demand did you go for?
Catch Mateus at a inattentive movement and cut them to pieces.
Yeah, so I think this is just Violet #Thunder going at it. Like she's just not stopping.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the saw blade one more time. Swipes out and takes him out, rounding open the side.
Yeah.
So now it's my turn, I think.
Yes, you have to respond to me.
I have to respond. Yes, that's it.
Yes.
So withdraw now, or we abandon CH4 to you and retreat to a fallback position.
Yeah, I picture the four of that are left of the true path of Bantraphyll surround the CH4 and weapons drawn will capture him.
So you only have one soldier left.
Yeah.
Um.
I guess it's technically. I still get to make a demand, but you can just say no, and they're dead, and then the game's over. It ends when there's only one side left.
Yep.
So yeah, withdraw now, or you bog us down in bad ground. I think the ground outside the compound is just messed up from all the fighting we've been doing on it. And I think she topples. Like she steps incorrectly, and the frame falls over. So you can bog us down in bad ground and take out by the #Thunder.
Who are you asking?
This is. I think this is Gravitas.
We take out Violet.
No.
Rip.
Well,
Yeah.
That was bloody.
Yeah.
that was very bloody.
Yeah, it's a lesson to all the kids out there. Never get outnumbered.
Yeah, you got super badly outnumbered, and that was exactly the
the plan. Yeah.
Mhm.
It was the plan and the problem, both absolutely. Yeah. So I still have a game left.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have
you do.
one game, yeah.
You do.
Oh, jeez.
What comes next?
What comes next, indeed?
I think
You have some prisoners. There's some people
Too
to
many
murder.
prisoners.
too many prisoners.
Too many prisoners.
I feel like I honestly considered that.
Dark
dance on their
Lavender Void
graves.
was suggesting a dance.
I was actually considering a dance. That this is like
Right. Well, you guys won. So
amount
obviously,
of time
you
later.
you dance around with a small furry species singing the Yub Yub song.
Yeah. There's some yub yubs.
Yeah, we gotta celebrate Life Day.
In the background, we see Amon.
Yep. Yeah. Amon appears as it was a weird ghost form, smiling and nodding at everybody.
I mean,
and it's just the worst CGI you've ever seen.
Sirius, would you like to have a dance?
We can dance.
You can dance if you want to.
You can leave your friends behind.
Okay. So where are we? Where are we dancing?
We're dancing on their graves right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I do not know where we are dancing.
I feel like this is some amount of time later.
It has to be. Otherwise, it would be so inappropriate.
Yeah, this is like a time skip because we don't need to play out long, protracted interrogation scenes. So,
unless they're really good.
Yeah.
Like yours. Yeah, yours is really good.
I mean, we already have one of those today. We already have one of those today.
Yeah, we're good. Those are going to be on the director's cut. Subscribe to that.
Why don't we say it's another sort of street festival?
Perfect.
Let's take it back. And also, the people have something to celebrate now that the Dearborn Combine are on the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've had to withdraw some of their positions on the planet, some of their strongholds.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe this is just one, like, we've been fighting the bitter fight, and this is one moment where we're like, okay, we need to actually live. If we're fighting for our lives, then we have to live them too.
Definitely. Awesome. So other players can join freely if it makes sense for their characters to also be present at the dance.
I will point out, Tux,
you can,
Person, Shax, Murmur, they're all still alive.
Yeah, you can step into one of those roles if you want to make that your new character.
How would you feel about me playing Imp?
Motherfucker.
Do we let Imp back into the fold, or are they arrested?
I don't. After what Imp did, I think they were interrogated, and I don't know if Imp's still alive.
Isn't it nice to be a good person? Isn't it super easy?
They betrayed and murdered a lot of people. Well, I say murdered. They killed in combat. That's different. But still.
Yeah, other people have been murdering.
What?
Like you guys.
What?
What?
I don't think anybody's been murdering here.
I feel like Imp has been interrogated and is probably in a cell somewhere. Like they're not sure what to do with him yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And maybe it's just
Are you
the two
fine
of
with
us
me playing
here.
anyone else?
What do you notice about each other? What have you heard? I don't think we've seen each other in the past couple of weeks. Or however long it's been. There's been too much going on. And I think Angela is dressed in a somewhat fancy, but in no way like businessy. Like all of her previous outfits, other than like her flight suit, have been like professional in some capacity or scholarly. And this, while being very nice, is in no way could be mistaken for business wear.
There's more like regal, like noble.
Not quite noble either, but I think she's wearing like pants and a very nice top, but it's like revealing in a way that would not be otherwise appropriate. How about Ceres?
I feel like, much like the last street festival I went to, I'm not in disguise this time, but I'm still wearing like traditional clothes of the Bantraphyll people. So, and since we said that's kind of like Greek inspired, I'm imagining like I'm like dressed kind of like a Greek goddess type thing, but without all the gold and stuff. It's just like simple toga type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a bionic eye now. One of my eyes was missing, and now I have bionic eye and more scars. And I look really tired.
Yeah, I think that we both look really tired. Tired in the eyes. Who's the better dancer?
You want to flip for it?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I'll flip. Maybe heads I go first, tails you go first.
Sure.
Tails, you go first.
Okay, so I think at some point, as the street festival goes on, there's pounding music, and Angela finds her way to Ceres. It's clear that she was looking for her. And you have the opportunity to draw me close for a moment, and to draw me close and hold me for a moment. Do you take it?
I do, and I think what happens is that I see you first and you don't see me. And so I sort of creep up on you and like slyly slip an arm around your waist and pull you in, and you're just like, wait, what? And you turn and look, and it's me, and I'm just kind of like grinning at you.
Nice.
Let's see. And your mouth is close to my ear. What do you say?
I've missed you.
It's been a while.
Some things have changed.
A lot has changed.
For the better.
And not.
I think that my hair falls in front of my ear. Do you touch my face?
I don't, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like the look of you looking not quite so proper and put together. So when your hair falls in front of your face, it's just another way to separate you from the person who was my professor.
Gotcha.
Let's see. So I think we get swept up in the crowd and we start like dancing, and the dance's figure ends up separating us. And so we go off and whatever, and then when it brings us back together again, do you blush?
I think I do. Just a little bit. And that's the end of our dance.
Yeah, short one.
And I think it just comes back together, and like she sees you and she smiles, and just a tiny hint of a blush shows on her cheek, as she's very pleased to see you again. Wow. Boy, stuff happened this episode.
Yeah.
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 I guess I don't know if we want to talk about this now or off screen, but do we have another one in us?
That is my question too.
Indeed.
I feel like even though the major conflict is kind of a backseat, there's still a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we have enough to answer.
I think that it's okay to have a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I kind of would love to do like an epilogue. Maybe we just take some time next week to just talk about how things went in the immediate future.
That sounds good to me. We can do an epilogue. That sounds good. I like that. Instead of teasing what we might do in the epilogue by asking our questions of what's unanswered, I think we will just save that to go over in the epilogue next week. You all cool with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do some shout-outs then. Steve, do you have anything cool that you're doing on the internet?
No, just this.
Well, you are still cool and on the internet.
Thank you. But if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I never post there, but you can, twitter.com/Astani. Or you can follow me here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Astani and, I don't know, watch when I used to stream and watch those things. And I may be streaming again soon because, I graduate soon. So that means more time for you.
Nice.
All right, Umbra?
Well, this is pretty much the coolest thing I do on the internet. So, so aside from that, I think I do Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central European time, 10 a.m. Pacific, over on Rapid Glorious channel. I think we're going to start leading up to our next campaign pretty soon, doing some preparatory games. I think we're going to wrap up what we started last week, this time with Eschaton. To meet those lovely characters again.
Those characters were interesting.
Yeah, we'll see where those adventures go. But outside from that, I'm not really doing much right now. I might have some turbulent times ahead, life-wise. We're not going to make any major streaming commitments. So we'll see what happens. But I do have streaming in mind. I've got a few games that I would like to play, and I've got some ideas for taking this format to other games. So we'll see where that goes.
Cool.
So that's me. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you. And Tux, you've got a lot of stuff that you do. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. Hey everybody. Thanks for hanging out again. Today we have our first actual episode of Magic Dance, which will be fun because Scum and Villainy looks really cool. Later on Saturdays, we have The Perimeter, which is our Urban Shadows game. Wednesdays, we have Long Fall. Kelsa is in 2 of those shows. There's that. Video games possibly on the channel when I get around to it, but I say that a lot, so who knows. But the 3 RPG shows are definitely there. And they're also on YouTube if you want to check out the backlogs of those. And all of those are at twitch.tv, youtube.com, twitter.com/Tuxtradamus. Thanks for hanging out with us, and join us for our Where Are They Now episode next week.
All right. And I'm Kelsa. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa, Twitch, and YouTube. It's Kelsa Delphi. You can find all the past shows of this show, plus most of the shows that I've ever been on. I'm curating them on playlists on my channel on YouTube. And I am in 5 shows a week. Tux already talked about 2 of them. Umber talked about 1. This one is one of them, and that leaves tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I am also over on AB Gaming Reels channel, where we are going to be playing 5th edition D&D, and so that's me. You can see my schedule on my Twitch page, and follow me on Twitter, because I always tweet out when I'm going live, and I always host when I'm on other people's channels. So I'm going to put us over to the amazing music by Drummer Boy and be out of here.